Hi everybody, welcome to Doing Dental School. My name is Kajal Khatri. I am a D2 student at Marquette University School of Dentistry, and my channel is kind of just all about mentorship, me sharing my pre-dental experience and also my dental school experience while you guys kind of share with me and I can kind of learn from you as well. So if you want to stick around, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and give this video a thumbs up. So today I wanted to sit down and basically just talk through some of the mistakes that I made as a pre-dental student. Hopefully you guys can kind of learn from my mistakes. It's kind of what mentorship is all about, of kind of me being vulnerable, sharing what I wish I did and some mistakes that I made, and hopefully you guys can learn from that, take a little bit out of this. So yeah, let's get right into it. I have 5 mistakes that I want to share with you guys. So first things first, I'm honestly not super outgoing. I am usually pretty quiet in class, which I know kind of contradicts the whole concept of me sharing my life and my dental school experience online, but I am pretty quiet in class, and so that means that I didn't really talk to professors. I didn't really go out of my way, especially in those really big classrooms. I found it very hard. Like if there were 150, 200 students in a class, I found it super hard to be able to make a connection with a professor. But I also didn't put 100% effort into this either, because I didn't really go to office hours. I kind of was willing to just like figuring it out on my own. I didn't ask questions during class. I didn't go up and ask the professor questions or go and get to know them after class. And that's something that I kind of regret, because it really came to bite me in the butt, especially when I was asking for letters of recommendation. I really had to dig through and kind of create connections with professors in order to get letters of recommendation. So I would highly recommend learn from my mistake of being really quiet in class. I know that that can be a lot of us, but don't be afraid to go and talk to your professor, make that connection, because it can really help you in the future, especially with letters of recommendation. If you're interested in research, going and talking to them about that, it can also help you just learn from them as well and find mentorship in professors as well. Kind of going along with that last one, I also was very timid in asking for help. I didn't really ask for help, and I thought I could kind of figure things out on my own, which sometimes I could, and sometimes that is really good for you to be able to figure things out and use your critical thinking skills to be able to figure things out on your own. But sometimes I didn't know where that line was, where I was like, all right, I need to ask for help. And usually that came after it was too late, where I already took an exam, I already got a bad grade, there's nothing I can do about that. But now I go and ask for help, and now I have to there's like a lot of pressure on me to make sure that I'm doing well on the next exam. And so making sure to know when you're really struggling before it's too late, before you take that exam, is really important. And it's an important skill to kind of learn and develop throughout your undergrad experience, especially because it can really help you in dental school, knowing when you need to ask for help and knowing when you should reach out to a professor and get that extra help from the professor or a tutor as well. So my third mistake that I made was not starting my personal statement early enough. I kind of scrambled towards the end, and it was like a month or maybe like a few weeks before the dental school application opened, and I then started writing my personal statement, which I had a few ideas jotted down, but I didn't really have like a solid personal statement. I felt like I was really crunched for time towards the end, especially writing a draft, getting it edited, meeting with some of my mentors and things like that. I just didn't have enough time, and I didn't have as much time as I hoped I would have had. So I'd really recommend start early. Even if you're a freshman, literally just write down ideas of, okay, why do I want to be a dentist? Let's write this down. Just make a note in your phone. It'll make it really easy when it comes time to actually write your personal statement. My fourth mistake that I made was thinking that I had to be a biology major or a science major. And realistically, yeah, that can help you in dental school later on. You might repeat some of the same classes that you're taking as an undergrad in dental school. But personally, I went into college thinking I had to be a biology major. And so I applied to Marquette as a biology major, and I realized that I didn't really love it. I didn't really enjoy the classes that I was taking, and I really wanted to focus on the human body rather than learning about plants. And so So that was something that I personally figured out. And so after a year of college, I ended up transferring my major, changing my major to psychology. And I found this a lot more interesting, a lot more cohesive with what I was looking for in my undergrad experience. And then I was able to take those classes, those biology classes that were relevant to dentistry. I was able to take those in dental school. So it really worked out for me. I think that just knowing in the back of your mind that you don't have to be a biology major is kind of helpful, because if you find that you're not really enjoying the classes, spend those 4 years in undergrad doing something that you really enjoy and studying something that you really enjoy as well. And lastly, my last regret of undergrad is I wish I would have assisted. I think that this would have been so helpful, especially just going and getting that hands-on experience is so crucial. And I had never assisted before dental school. I had never really stuck my hand in someone's mouth and been able to get that hands-on experience. And I find that right when I started dental school, those of my classmates who had assisted or maybe went to hygiene school before dental school really had a leg up. They really knew what they were doing. They knew how to hold an instrument, they knew how to suction, all of those things that seem really basic, but you still got to learn them. And so I think that I wish if I could go back and do this all over again, I wish I would have assisted a little bit more in undergrad. So yeah, those are my 5 regrets and mistakes that I have made throughout my pre-dental experience. If you enjoyed this, let me know. I would definitely love to make a part 2 to this video, kind of share a little bit more, or maybe go in depth on any of the things that I kind of talked about in this video. But if you found this helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Also follow me on Instagram. I share a lot more of my daily dental school life there, so feel free to follow me there. And I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Bye.